Hi everyone, welcome to my page. I am going to do a live this morning because I want to talk to you a little bit about underpainting. Sorry, putting a little bit of balm. This is the peach balm. I love to put that on my lips before I start with my lip cut. Actually, before I start with everything. First of all, what you're seeing is my eyebrows are done. That takes about 30 seconds. I have tight lined my eyes and I have used that e.l.f. This is my latest favorite one. It's easy to find. It is called the No Budge e.l.f. Shadow, and I use it in this coppery color. And I use it on the lower lashes. I don't like black down there. And again, I'm basically tight lining on my lower lashes, very similar to the way I do my upper lashes. Now, what I want to talk to you about is a little bit of underpainting. If you've watched any videos, or maybe you've heard the term and you're not quite sure what it is, let me try to explain to what I believe it is. And trust me, Seint is a product that there's not a perfect way. You need to do what's right for you. And that's part of the beauty of being able to experiment with it, because you can try different colors, you can try different applications, you can try different brushes, and everything will be different and it's customized to you. The thing that doesn't change is the delivery system. This happens to be a minimal 410 palette, which would allow you to do your entire face. Obviously, you know that there are many of us that use larger palettes because we like to keep all of our eyeshadows in there as well as our creams on the other side. So it really depends on what you want. I have shared numerous times that my favorite palette is the 12. It's looking a little sparse these days, as I've been doing a lot of videos and have been showing you how I use the minimal palette and then how I use some different eye looks. But let's get back to the topic of today, underpainting. What is it? When you look at my face right now, you can see that I do carry redness here. I have a couple of age spots that show up here and here. Joseph, my little dog, scratched me the other day. He was on my lap and the doorbell rang. And if you know anything about schnauzers, they're on high alert all the time. He flew off my lap and ended up scratching my nose. You'll also notice that I have darkness underneath there. And I do struggle sometimes with sleeping at night and resting well and getting what my body needs, which is 8 hours of sleep. Some mornings that's better than others. Other mornings it's not so good. Now, what I'm going to share with you is not something that I do every day. I'm simply doing this so that I can show you, if you are really interested in covering up some major things going on with your face, this is an easy way to do it. Now, you can use Seint's other product called Demi. Demi will do it. I'm going to show you how to do it with white peach. It's called Palace. This is a rather new highlight that came out last year. And I'm going to show you how you can use this one. And it's not going to cover as well as the Demi, but it's going to camouflage it enough. And keep in mind, I'm retired. So my job is to work from home. I come here and I do how-to videos for you. I show you how you can take a before look turning into an after look with minimal product. Today we're going to jump right in and we are going to use this color called Palace. To start with, I'm going to put Palace all over my eyelid. And I like to do this because this gives me an eye wash. And when you do the eye wash, notice how it just brightens up my eye immediately. Minimal product. All I did was tap in and I used the end of the blend brush. This still gives me a little bit of sturdiness there. You can also use the smudge brush. Smudge brush works great for that. But now we're going to tackle this dark trough that comes down here. I am going to use a demi brush, and it's demi because you can see it's silver, and these are still on sale. These are 25% off. I'm going to use the spot brush. It's got the teeniest end. And so this is really like just what it said. We're going to underpaint. Notice I hardly have any product on my brush. I'm going to go over my nose dents. Obviously, you see those nose dents all the time. And let's just pick up a couple of these areas where I have some discoloration. Well, let's do the marionette line. Always there, getting worse as I get older. I'm 72 years old, so it's like every day I look at my face and I can see something else. Anybody else feel that way? All right, so we're just gonna go down here. This is a broken blood vessel, which they can't really do anything about unless I wanna do something major. I don't wanna do anything major. I'm not out winning any contests, and I'm okay if I show some age. I'm 72 years old, so I kind of think I deserve it. All right, now what I've done is I have underpainted on the lines that are showing up. And that's it. I could do my forehead. There's a little spot here on my forehead that looks a little on the red side. You'll notice I just put hardly any product on. I'm now going to flip it to the other end, and now I'm just going to blend. Now, if you did this with demi, you want to make sure that you only go on the area that you are trying to camouflage. Demi is a wax, so it applies a little differently than what this does. And I always kind of think that this is a great beginning tool for somebody who has never done any kind of camouflage work. You feel like you can see those age spots and they bug you, and you want to start out with minimal work. It's great to use, it's just great to use a highlight. And why? Because you don't have to work so hard at getting it to blend. Let me go over that spot on my nose again. And notice I didn't even put any extra color on there. And that's it. Now, I am going to go over and I'm going to do my makeup the way I would normally do. So I was going to stop the camera, but since I'm doing it live, I will not. I am simply going to take my brushes and I'm going to apply my color the way I would normally apply. We'll put your brightening highlight on. Brightening highlight goes down the center of my face, bringing attention to that part, hopefully distracting away from some of those other areas of my face that I'm not so excited about. And you can go over the jowls again if you want. I don't do it so much when I do the underpainting. All right, the next color I'm going to apply is my main shade. And my main shade is Hazel. And I know for some of you, if you look at the color thing, you think, boy, that's really dark. You're right, it is, and it works for me. When I said you can use and experiment different colors, you can. And that's the beauty of Seint, is that there's not usually only one color that's going to work for you. We're going to find that you've got some multiple colors. Now, I'm not sure if you saw how little product I put on, but I hardly tapped anything on. And I'm not going to move that. So I don't want to move the underpainting that I did. Let's put a little bit of contour on. I'm using my favorite brush for contour, which is the detail brush. Do you have to use the detail brush? No. But I happen to have a little bit of stiffness, especially in the morning with my fingers. And so for that reason, the detail brush is my friend. And if I wasn't using the detail brush, I would be using my finger to do my nose. Now, my nose isn't crooked. The only reason I do my nose is so that it draws attention towards the center of my face again. All right. Now, let me put a little bit of my blush on. And I do put that on with my finger because that doesn't take anything precise to get. All right. Let me give myself some squirts in the palm of my hand of my setting spray. And now I am going to set my makeup. Everything is where it goes. When you set on, when you blend on mature skin, you do not do this. Remember, we have underpainted, so we've put a very, very, very light layer on the areas that I wanted to camouflage. And now, this is the way I blend every day. Whether I have underpainted or not, I'm simply stippling around my face. I kind of stay away a little bit from that cheek color for right now. I'm going to go up and do the contour that's on the top of my forehead. Because I have gray hair, I have to take a little bit of time to make sure that I don't see a line there. And I'm going to flip to the small end, come down my nose, flip back to the other side, soften that line that's on either side of my nose, flip back to the small side, and I just work around my eye. Now, as a mature woman, the majority of your creases and crinkles are underneath your eye. And you'll notice I didn't put any product underneath my eye. I'm going to blend that blush out. Everything is up, and let me go back over that, and I'm done. My setting spray that I used has a bit of a matte finish, so it dulls down the real dewy part that on me as an older woman makes me look a little older. I still look dewy, but I don't have to use powder, and I'm pretty happy with that. I go back over with a sponge, pull off any excess. So I do not use my sponge for applying. I use my sponge to remove any excess product that might be there. Let me put a little bit of lip gloss. This will extend the wear of my lip color. I keep one of those little ones. It's Buxom, and I keep one of those in my purse all the time too. It moistens my lips as well as kind of adds a little bit of color and just really solidifies the color that I've got there. Now, I've really done nothing on my eyelid. I'm going to pick up a little bit of contour, and I'm going to use my contour this morning as my eyeshadow. All I'm doing is putting it on the outer edge, pulling it in. The brightening that I used on my eyelid is showing through. It makes it look like I have eyeshadow on, but I don't. And now I'm going to pick up my mascara, put a little bit of mascara on, and have to look in my 10X mirror over here. Otherwise, it just would not be pretty. And I love Thrive mascara. I keep trying to find a better one that's not quite so expensive, but I haven't found it yet. And keep hoping that maybe Seint will come out with one. Wouldn't that be great? There you go, finished face. Look at the areas that I underpainted. We've camouflaged them. Have we taken them away? No. But we have distracted them so that they're not the first thing that you see when you look at my face. They're still there. We all know that. They're still there. It does appear as if it's magic, but it's not truly magic in the fact that it can erase that. But it minimizes the under eye creasing. It minimizes those spots on my face so that they're not the first thing that you see. Underpainting. I hope I have helped you. I hope that it makes some sense. If you have any questions, feel free to drop the message down in the bottom. Once I get this live posted, I will go back and actually do a re-record, or I shouldn't say re-record, but I'll download it so that I can put words on the screen. That helps a lot of you, and I'll put a little bit more information in the content. But if you're curious and you think, oh, I have seen how many videos, I think I'm ready for my own personal color match. I'd love to be your artist. What I need for you to do is to stand in front of a window. You want to look outside. Doesn't matter if it's sunny, just look during daylight hours out through a window. Hold your phone about arm's length and make sure that your hair is pulled back, that you don't have any makeup on. It's great if I can see some of your neck, even down to here, and show me and just snap a picture. I don't want any makeup on. I want to be able to see what are areas that maybe you are concerned about and that you would like to camouflage to where we can either do underpainting or we might just be able to use a brightening highlight and cover them up. I can get you your recommendations of your 4 colors and put together a palette for you. I'll even go a little farther, and normally I like to recommend at least 3 eyeshadows for you so that you can finish a look and have it all done. Thanks for stopping. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.